We need the courage to lead and the strength to win. I'm Ron DeSantis, and I'm running for president to lead our great American comeback.
Ron DeSantis has officially entered the race for President of the United States. How did President Trump respond? It's actually pretty hilarious. We'll get to that. And also, what does the polling show about DeSantis and Trump? I'll actually show you the polls that I ran myself. But first, welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend, where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, corruption of tyrants, shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters. I absolutely consider Governor Ron DeSantis a freedom fighter. What he did in Florida during the pandemic, his pushback against tyranny, what he's done for eliminating wokeness, the dangerous ideologies that are targeted towards children, sexualization towards children, what he's done in Florida, to me is extremely admirable. I don't think anybody can argue with that. So the question is, he's running for president now. What's that mean? What do you think? Well, as you probably know, he made his announcement in pretty interesting style. He was collaborating with Elon Musk, did the announcement on Twitter Spaces. I think there's good and bad of that. There's criticism, there's praise, so let's hit both real quick. To me, the praise is cool. Him collaborating with Elon Musk, that's obviously a powerful man to be collaborating with. I would imagine billionaire Elon, the richest man in the world on paper. I think there's some shady people that are richer, by the way. Elon's probably on board as a donor. That's powerful. So for him to be backing Ron DeSantis, that's meaningful. And then announcing on Twitter Spaces, it's, at least in theory, a way where you get to reach a lot of people in a relatable way. Some of the criticism was, first off, the Twitter Spaces servers were crashing. Apparently because there were so many people trying to get on to listen to the announcement. So in a way, it's good, cool, so much popularity. Twitter was kind of crashing. The bad news is obviously it's hard to get a message across, come across well. I mean, you've probably been on phone calls. Nothing is more obnoxious than like, dude, I can't hear you. Then you hear them say, oh, can you hear me now? Then you're like, yeah, and then they start talking, then you can't hear them. Very annoying. So that's certainly a glitch that I'm sure they didn't want. Now, some of the criticism, which, by the way, the thing I want least in DeSantis and Trump both running, the thing I want least is division within the freedom-loving community. We're already getting some division. I just hope it's I hope it doesn't run rampant. So nonetheless, some of the criticism about DeSantis's announcement is relatively boring. They said, it sounds like he's just reading off a script, which he probably was. Most people do that when they're announcing something like this. Criticism that there wasn't a visual, like there's no video on the announcement. And when you compare that to President Trump, cool, like his announcement, big in-person rally, very visually captivating. It's awesome. And then I think especially people in the Trump camp, which I would say I'm in the Trump camp, but this isn't my criticism, but criticizing Ron DeSantis, like, dude, he comes across kind of boring. It's like, yeah, most people do compared to President Trump. It's just a world-class comedian, great on his feet. So, but nonetheless, that's none of that's merit-based or based on Ron DeSantis' merit, his values. It's just like, okay, how you come across. Really has nothing to do with how someone would actually perform as president. So, let's take a look at some of the, before we get to Trump's hilarious reaction and the polling I did, let's take a look at some of the praise and criticism about DeSantis' announcement coming from the conservative world. So first, the Daily Wire. They report on it quite favorably. DeSantis releases campaign launch video, Twitter launch crashes app as servers strained. Something that I think is pretty meaningful in Ron DeSantis' sort of speech, if you will, he gave on Twitter. Righting the ship requires restoring sanity to our society, normalcy to our communities, and integrity to our institutions. Trust must be our foundation, and common sense can no longer be an uncommon virtue. Yeah, pretty good play on words. In Florida, we proved that it can be done. We chose facts over fear, education over indoctrination, law and order over rioting and disorder. We held the line when freedom hung in the balance. Cool. So far, it seems like the Daily Wire is quite pro Ron DeSantis. They don't at all come across to me as anti-Trump. They just don't come across as pro-Trump. I wouldn't be surprised if the folks at the Daily Wire are behind the scenes connected to Ron DeSantis and truly supporting him. I'm just speculating, but that seems to be the case. In contrast, if you click over to the Gateway Pundit, conservative outlet, Gateway Pundit is extremely pro-Trump. And right now it seems like they're kind of getting on the divisive bandwagon and therefore being anti-DeSantis. For example, here's one of the headlines from the Gateway Pundit. A yawn fest, boring AF, a poop show. I'm about to fall asleep. Feedback comes in on DeSantis Musk snooze fest. So it's pretty obvious they support Trump. And just to dramatize it, some of the tweets the Gateway Pundit is reporting on, calling it a snooze fest. Twitter user here says, is this an AI version of Ron DeSantis? So scripted and boring. Yeah, I don't think Ron DeSantis is at all the worst speaker, but he does speak in a kind of politician tone, slight newscaster-ish. It's just like a tone where if you and I were having dinner and I started speaking like that, you'd say, like, JP, what kind of disorder do you have? And again, you compare anybody to President Trump, we've never seen any other politicians who are as entertaining and captivating as Trump. Even people that hate Trump are so captivated by him. Goes on, another Twitter user. There are problems here for both DeSantis and Musk. The main one for DeSantis is he's supposed to be the guy who can get things done, and obviously it didn't, or get things to work, and obviously it didn't. We're often seeing the Twitter Spaces crashes. Also, the conversation is boring. It's designed around what's trendy and wonky on conservative social media. No people. Cat turd. This is like being forced to listen to a conference call you can't wait to get off of. Cat turd again. I promised myself to have an open mind and give an honest opinion about this. This is a yawn fest. It's horrible. This is boring AF. I'm about to fall asleep. You? So anyway, it's one side. And again, this is like, okay, the division, it's starting. Hopefully it doesn't get too divisive. What are the people thinking? The conservative-minded people, what are they thinking? DeSantis, Trump. DeSantis is officially in the race. Who do we vote for? Now, I would say when it comes to the Republican primary, I'm still on Team Trump. If we woke up tomorrow and DeSantis was president, I'd be a happy camper. But right now, Trump has my vote. Not that you need to know, but I just told you. I'm hearing grumblings of DeSantis being uniparty tied, kind of a little too donor influenced. I'm especially getting a lot of good information from my locals community, the freedom lovers community on locals. Love everybody in there. So I'm learning more and more. I haven't done a deep dive into this potential negative side of DeSantis, so I'm not going to be completely singing that song because I only like to sing songs based on firsthand information that I'm looking in the eyes, if you will. I took to YouTube and Twitter last night to run a poll. So taking a look at the YouTube community tab on my page says, DeSantis has announced he's running for president. At this point, who's your pick? With 38,000 people voting in this poll at this point, Trump, 56%. DeSantis, 33%. Kennedy, 8%. Hunter's dad, 3%. I am shocked that 3% of my viewers would be behind Biden. That must be an error. I'm not sure. But then ran the same poll on Twitter. And Twitter, at least my followers on Twitter, comes in at Trump, 49.8%. DeSantis, 36.5%. So Twitter versus YouTube, it's a little closer. So YouTube was 56 Trump, 33 DeSantis. Twitter is 49.8 Trump, 36 DeSantis. The major difference there is people I'm connected with on Twitter, they're giving more votes to Kennedy, RFK Jr. I would also be very happy having him president. And then Hunter's dad came in with a measly 1.9% on Twitter. All right, that's more like it. I'm a little less worried. How did Trump respond to DeSantis's announcement? Trump has taken the gloves off. He's coming out combative. I don't like that. I understand it. It's the way politics works, but at least Trump is hilarious with it. Let's take a look at a couple things. So this is President Trump's Instagram. He's got 3 posts that are bashing DeSantis after he announced. First post, take a look.
That I'm proud to be an American. And I won't forget the men who died.
We are kind of melting the servers.
That's pretty hilarious side by side. Again, I don't like it. It's a vision, but it's hilarious. Next post from Trump. Okay. This next one, it's a little longer, but it is funnier. It's clever. Whoever on Trump's campaign put this together, it is great comedy. It just is.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Ron DeSantis Twitter space.
Hello? Is my microphone working correctly?
George Soros.
Wait while we...
Hello? Can you hear me?
We can all hear you, George. Can you just hold on for a second?
Hilfa, I don't think they can hear me.
I can hear you fine, George.
Dick Cheney coffee.
I don't think George knows how to use Twitter.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Can I please make my big announcement now?
Devil.
Everyone just...
Hello?
Just shut up, George.
Can somebody just mute George?
Dick, could you try not to cough on the...
Okay, so how are we going to take out Trump, you guys?
FBI.
Guys from the FBI, this is not a private call. This is a public Twitter space. Everyone can listen in.
God damn it.
The devil's on there.
Anyway, guys, we invited everyone to this Twitter space so Governor Ron DeSantis could...
Everyone just shut the hell up so I can make my announcement, okay?
You go, girl.
Wait, the devil is gay?
So what? Everyone in this call is gay. I happen to know every single one of you has a secret gay lover hidden in your closet.
Vielleicht kann ich zulassen, dass die Soldaten, die für Sie verglichen sind, Feiglinge!
Guys, can we please just calm down?
So anyway, guys, I just wanted to announce that I'm...
Okay, I can hear the governor very well.
Shut up, would you please shut up already? I'm running for fucking president, okay?
Yeah, we kind of already
We
knew about
already
it.
know, Governor.
Congratulations, Governor.
Well, that concludes our Twitter space for today. Thank you to all of our...
Hold your horses, Elon. The real president is going to say a few words. The devil, I'm going to kick your ass very soon. Hitler, you're already dead. Dick Cheney sounds like you'll be joining Hitler very soon. Klaus Schwab and George Soros, I'm putting both your asses in jail. And Ron DeSanctimonious can kiss my big, beautiful 2024 presidential ass. Trump 2024, baby. Let's go.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, clever. Again, I think it's immature bashing. It's happening, so I'm just going to observe it and say it's hilarious. Trump framing DeSantis with the most satanic people in the world. One, you got the devil, Hitler, Dick Cheney, George Soros, Klaus Schwab. That is very intelligent. And then Trump coming on and letting Dick Cheney know you're going to be dead like Hitler soon. Devil, I'm going to kick your ass. Klaus Schwab, Soros, I'm going to put you in jail. People are loving this. And it really is clever. So had to look at this. Nonetheless, I think we're going to be in for more of this. Right now, Ron DeSantis doesn't seem to have his gloves taken off when it comes to bashing Trump. If I were DeSantis, I wouldn't do that. One, I don't think anybody's going to win an insult contest with President Trump. And two, if I were DeSantis, I would want to take the page out of the playbook of going the high road. Let Trump play the insult game, and you take the high road, try to look better in that regard. And by the way, if you do take the low road and start doing the insult game, you're probably going to lose there. I would lose that game with President Trump. Anybody would. He's just very good at it. And whoever on his team did this, hats off to you. It's extremely clever. Let me know what you think now that DeSantis has officially announced he's running for president. We got Trump versus DeSantis. Let me know your thoughts on the whole thing in the comment section below. I want to let you know I do have a blowout Memorial Day collection sale going on in my Freedom Shop, where we've got a Memorial Day collection with limited edition designs, amongst others. Everything in the collection is discounted to just $17.76. Pretty clever, right? But it is a massive savings. So if you want to take advantage of the Memorial Day collection, just go to awakenwithjp.com and get yourself some. And I appreciate you watching this video with me, my freedom-loving friend. Stay free.